just to make it 28-3. Arthur Blank loving it, up by 25. Toss to White. He's in! What a comeback!
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the 28-3 podcast. This one is going to be a very special bonus episode. We went a little bit longer on the last episode, talking about the what if scenario. So we didn't have enough time to go into this one. We felt it needed a little bit more time than we had. So we're going to go ahead and give us another 20 to 30 minutes on this one. So this one is going to be the quote-unquote charcuterie board episode. We're not going to just stick with meats. It's going to be charcuterie and cheese. You know, Nick and I used to own a couple of restaurants in the city, and we're going to go back to our restaurant days and go ahead and compare current Saints players to different items on a charcuterie board.
And you're speaking from a position of authority on a charcuterie board.
I am.
Because y'all's restaurants, you know, I'll go ahead and say it, the Root franchise, y'all had the best charcuterie bar in town. Best charcuterie bar none.
Probably in the South, maybe in the country.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm saying in town because
maybe in the world.
Like, there's never been a better charcuterie board than the one at Root. But yeah, man. So you have the position of authority on all things charcuterie.
Let's go ahead and start it off. So, Corey, I know you have some opinions on cheeses and how they equate to current Saints players. So give me one of your top comps.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel's suggestion initially was like, you know, cheese, like compare a.
I think he was doing it as a joke. As a joke, fuck it, we're gonna run with it.
Fucking joke comparison.
It's our bonus episode. It's an addendum to the other one. We're gonna roll with it.
Right. And so when I was thinking cheese, I'm like, all right, okay. So you know, we got like pepper jack cheese. You know, spicy. You want to put it on your sandwich to spice things up. You know, so I see that as to me the obvious choice on a pepper jack cheese would be that of an Alvin Kamara. You know, he spices up your offense. He kind of gets to the defense when you're not expecting it. He's definitely not a mild cheddar. I mean, I think if we're going mild cheddar, we're going, you know, a guy who's not on the team anymore. That would be Andy Dalton. I know he's red hair, but you know, mild cheddar. I'm going with Andy Dalton on that one.
Man, Andy Dalton's like that shredded cheddar shit you see on like every...
Yeah, it's like a mad cheese.
You know,
He's
like, American slices in the plastic
but
wrapper, dude.
Here's why I differ with you on calling him, because American's a good cheese. American is useful.
I'm not even sure he makes a cheese.
You know,
dude.
American cheese slices is like an old standard.
He's
it's
vegan
trustworthy.
cheese, maybe.
To me, your American cheese right now on the roster is Ryan Ramczyk. He is reliable. He goes.
He's also from Wisconsin.
From Wisconsin. He goes on everything. Like
he didn't know that. He thanks you for the assist.
No, I remembered that now that he mentioned it. But that's not the reason I chose him as American cheese. I think he's just your prototypical right tackle. He's great at his position. Just like American cheese is great on. It's a great compliment.
Well, hold on. I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
And I think everybody who has listened to any episode of this pod series would ask the same question. What type of cheese would you compare Caden Ellis to? That is the question that is on all of our minds.
Man, like
Nick is sitting there waiting for you to have an answer on this one.
Like a really nice, like smoked.
You got nothing, do you?
You know more than no. I got something. I'm going in on this one. Like,
don't say mozzarella.
Can you have like smoked Gruyere?
Like
is that something you can do?
Absolutely. I mean,
you know,
it's
because it's kind of like.
Tell me why.
You
why
can
does
smoke
he
whatever
you
want.
Well, first off, I liked smoked Gruyere from the minute it was drafted, and also, you know,
in the college it came from,
out of the Pacific Northwest.
It came from the Pacific Northwest, from Idaho. And, you know, like, it's not often talked about. It's often even overlooked. A lot of times people put other cheeses ahead of it. But at the end of the day, you know, that Gruyere is something that, like, it's good. You don't realize what you have when you have it. It really should have been at the front of the board to begin with, but everyone's overlooking it for some fancy-ass other shit. And just go with it, you know? They could have just gone with Caden from the beginning, and he could have Caden Ellis could have started over Demario Davis, Max. He's so good.
Well, let me ask you this: you're on a roll right now, so give me some other cheese comps. What you got?
One of the low hanging fruit to me, and can you even judge a cheese comparison? I mean, Swiss cheese, Taysom Hill, Swiss Army knife, Swiss cheese. Let's go.
Nah.
Yeah, that's not the direction I went in. I'm going to hold my thoughts, and I'm letting you riff for a little bit, and then I'm going to chime in, and we'll let Nick give his 2 cents after that.
Yeah, I mean, the other thought I had
Swiss cheese has to be a bad defender.
Because it has to be something with a hole in it.
Because there's holes in it.
Hole in their game. It's got to be bad, not good.
Well, actually, let me go ahead and jump in.
Yeah, because I think I'm done on my riff.
Okay, well, I'll give you a few of mine. So we'll start off with Swiss cheese.
Okay.
So with that, I picked the Saints offensive line, and there's a lot of holes. There's a lot of holes in the line right now due to injuries. Hold on. Due to injuries and inconsistency, those are holes in their game right now. So initially, I was going to pick Andrus Peat and just say, his injury history and his lack of pass protection. He's amazing in the screen game, but I decided to go ahead and branch out and say the entire offensive line. That's the hole. It's the inconsistency, and there's also injuries.
Can I interject real quick on Pete? He's like that ball of mozzarella that comes in the bag with the liquid that does nothing for me, but people swear it's great.
Yeah, but that mozzarella is good.
But I think it sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's delicious.
Like some people love it, some people I don't know. Like
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
It's good when you put it on like a caprese, when you put it with other shit, but by itself, it's like bland as shit.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me go off on a few of these.
It's just a big bag of liquid.
Let me go off on a few of these, and Nick, I'm going to need your support or analysis on some of these because I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and base these on some charcuterie boards that we had at Root.
Yep.
So obviously, the cream of the crop, Iberico ham. You're not getting any better than this. We're going to go ahead and say Marshawn Lattimore, Cam Jordan, Demario Davis.
Okay, so
well, you can't.
Hold on.
No, I'm helping the people that don't know the finer cuts of meat here. So what is Iberico ham like? Why is it the best?
Iberico ham from Spain. I had it in Barcelona. Nick's had it before. This is the acorn fed
Hamon. It's the highest grade of.
It's the highest grade. Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah, you see,
Spanish.
This is as good as you're getting.
But I didn't know that. You could have said Chisese, and I would have been like, yeah, sure.
No, you would have been freaking out. But this is why we're here to educate you. This is why I have Nick. He's going to chime in and help educate.
That's why I asked, because the meat part of the charcuterie board was what I wasn't quite as familiar with as your standard craft.
Yeah,
but you can pick 3 players for one charcuterie dish?
No. We're all over the board. This is the whole board.
Yeah. Like the Saints fan is at Root right now, or at any restaurant with a good charcuterie board. And we are putting the board before them. And instead of saying
we're looking at the board and we're equating it to current Saints.
Instead of saying the names of the meats and the cheeses on the board, we're pointing with our. One of the funniest things, a little tangent, real quick, was like when the waiters at the restaurants, like that was the funnest part of the meal for me, was to see how many waiters would get it right and who could most smoothly remember all the names of what was on the charcuterie board, because you would see some of them freeze up and they get to like meat number 3 and be like, and that's your
not right, Cooper.
That is your. I was like, is it the ham? Is it the ham?
It's the Chisese.
Fantastic ham.
Yeah.
But
so back to my original point.
Pointing at the meat and the cheese, telling you what players it is. That's
Iberico ham, cream of the crop. It's the best you're going to get. That's Lattimore, Cam Jordan.
No, Cam's prosciutto because he's old and top notch.
No, man. See, look, with prosciutto, I equated it to Michael Thomas, and prosciutto to me is like you forget how fucking good it is. And then it shows up on your plate, and you take a bite of it, and you're like, holy fuck, that's amazing. And it was kind of like last year when Michael Thomas, we hadn't seen him basically in almost 2 years. Mm-hmm. And he comes in against Atlanta in the fourth quarter and goes bananas, and you're like, holy shit, that guy's he's fucking amazing. I forgot how good he is.
How injury prone is prosciutto?
Not as injury prone as Michael Thomas, but
it's not broken.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's annoying and it breaks when you want you want a big
fat
part of
layer
it,
peels off of it really easily.
All you get is the white part,
It's his Achilles.
Yeah. Next time I eat prosciutto, that's Michael Thomas' Achilles.
It has no feet, so that's good.
Well, you're gonna love my comp for Alvin Kamara. So I went with, and Nick, you remember this, the Nduja, which to all the listeners is basically a spreadable, spicy salami.
Not to be confused with andouille.
Better than that, it's CJ should have been That was him.
Yeah, I mean, I went with Andy Dalton for mild cheddar. So
He's not on the team, so.
But I mean, like,
this
either
is not
CJ,
this is not
but-
a Panthers podcast.
if somebody
It's a
stands
perfect CJ comp.
But no, Baker's the quarterback for the Panthers.
So the reason I went with the Nduja is like when it is done correctly, it is one of the best, most impressive bites you will have. The issue is if the chef doesn't know what he's doing,
Okay.
much like Pete Carmichael last year when he was using Alvin Kamara,
That dude did not cook last year.
then it's not going to be good. So this is why I comped him to Nduja, because when it is properly game planned for and
okay.
executed, it is one of the best bites you'll have.
Wow.
If you run out of bounds every time, are you still spicy?
You're thinking of the Mark Ingram, and I don't know what cut he is.
That was a really well thought out comparison. Wow.
Well,
You're
that's what I'm here for. I got to make up for your Swiss and American and all that bullshit.
I didn't run a restaurant with charcuterie boards.
Let's
We
flip
know.
it a little bit. What is another top end?
I shop at the Rouse's, dude.
Yeah, we know. What is what?
Another top end charcuterie item. Like let's try and peg a player to, a specific charcuterie item.
For like a
I went with Alante Taylor to chorizo. He's spicy. He brings that heat. He's got fire. He's got fire on the field.
But isn't chorizo kind of mid, to quote the Gen Zers?
I'm sorry.
Mid.
No.
Max is like, what's mid mean?
Yeah.
So was I, to be honest.
The guy wearing the
Google it,
country
bro.
music tank top is not going to go ahead and.
Hey,
raise
shout out
any
to my
questions about
fiance Lizzie
charcuterie.
for going to Country Music Fest for her job and bringing me back a tank top from the Wildwood Country Music Fest. I mean,
That almost fits.
Yeah,
I'm going with like,
not quite, but
hey,
tell her to buy you a bra.
we're
next
not on
time.
video yet, so I'm gonna say it fits like a glove, maybe too much like a glove.
Yeah.
All right, so
But,
what's Derek Carr? Let's
you know.
flip it that way. What's Derek Carr? Where's he?
Yeah,
fit
because
in?
he deserves something good, right?
Derek Carr, to me, mortadella. And I'm gonna say why, because it's overlooked. It's an
Mortadella.
amazing. You don't
It's
know what
overrated?
it is. We're about to educate you on
We'll
this.
educate the listeners on.
Fancy baloney.
There you go. We'll educate you on that.
No, that's the information we
Well,
need.
Corey, if you would hold your mouth while I'm talking, Nick will go ahead and follow up with the explanation for you.
Okay, fine, Max.
So Derek Carr, criminally underrated, much like mortadella.
Mortadella.
A good piece of mortadella is fucking fantastic,
Okay.
right, Nick?
It's not my favorite.
It's not your favorite, but it's good. When it's really good, it's good.
It's
So,
fine.
is it fair
What's
to
the-
say like Derek Carr, if any?
No dad jokes, man.
I wasn't even going there, but you're
You're
right.
trying
I
to.
do give some dad jokes. No, this is serious. Like this is real serious. Talk about cheese and meat. Like Derek Carr wouldn't be your favorite choice to be the Saints QB if you had a pick of any NFL QB, but you like him.
I like Carr.
You like mortadella.
I think.
Is it Italian?
I
Or just
think
using-
Carr's better than mortadella.
Ooh, okay. So what would you go with?
Was he last year though?
Last year Carr was something else.
In the beginning of the season, yeah. In the end of the season, no. But that's like storing your mortadella at room temperature. That's what's going to happen. That's what the Raiders do to good charcuterie.
That just sounds gross.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking gross.
Damn.
What would he be?
You're well versed on this, so I want to get your opinion on
Or
this.
do you have
What
to
got?
switch over to a cheese for him?
This is
Corey's here
tough.
for the
I'm just
the everyman analogy, but
Yeah.
you got something.
I'm
What
just
you
trying
got?
to keep you two fancy restaurant guys grounded, man.
What's a good one here?
Come on, man. Don't be the waiter at the restaurant.
It's
Spit
tough, man. My initial thought was hogshead cheese.
See, I
But-
think that's underrated
Yeah, it is, but it can be
because
fucked
no one
up.
wants to order that because it's kind of a common person's dish. But that shit's fucking good if done right.
What?
And that's a good
What-
comp for Carr. Now that
Yeah.
you just said that, that was a great analogy.
That's a better
Yeah.
comp, I think.
And that was my initial thought,
It
and
could-
I changed my mind on it. But I think that's a better comp. You're right.
So
Or chicken liver mousse. You'd never order it, and every time you do, it's like one of the best things you have that night.
how
I think hogshead. I think you had it right the first
Hogshead's
time.
good. I mean, same type of wheelhouse there, or rillettes, something like that.
All right. So, what's your thoughts on who's blue cheese on the roster?
and
this one's
why,
easy.
And why is he blue cheese?
This can go two ways depending on the person, though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna. I'll throw
Many
my 2
people
cents.
hate it.
I hate.
I
blue
hate
cheese.
it. I fucking hate blue
Okay,
cheese.
hate
if
blue
you
cheese.
hate blue cheese,
Just a love or hate guy.
But exactly. So
What about
Corey said
Valdion?
it.
You hated Valdion blue cheese?
Hold on, Corey said
Valdion
it.
blue cheese is fucking delicious.
Corey said it. It's love hate, meaning.
Nick out here with the name brands of blue cheese.
Hold on.
Like, I'll
Corey,
go
Corey
Kraft.
said it. It's love hate, aka it's polarizing.
Yep.
Who is the most polarizing?
It's very
player
polarizing. That's
on
good.
the Saints roster. Jameis fucking blue cheese Winston.
Yeah, if you're in the social media sphere,
I
yes.
think we've hit our
We are.
quote.
We
on-
are. We're,
on-
we
we're
are.
on
firmly in
Jameis.
there.
We are firmly in there.
Are we gonna talk about the backup again?
I
We're
think
just
you
bringing
got
up. He's blue cheese. He's polarizing.
polarizing.
What start-
Cesar
what-
Ruiz is polarizing.
What guy?
Um,
What starter? Regular guy who's going to play in the games this year is blue cheese to you.
No one is that polarizing.
You don't think nobody?
but he's not going to play.
Who's the most? Who's the most?
Cesar Ruiz is super polarizing
He was solid last year, dude.
by general consensus, but just a year ago he was hated.
Yeah, but guess what? He stays healthy for the most part. I don't have an issue with him.
Well, you don't have to get injured to be blue cheese.
I mean, maybe that's a good sign.
He's
for,
the fourth or fifth best lineman, but fuck it, he stays healthy.
not to go like to football talk because we're having fun with meat and cheese, but maybe that's a good thing for our team. Is that like there's not really one guy on the starting lineup or like out of the 28 that play regularly that is that polarizing. That's probably a good thing.
Marcus May. If you think blue cheese sucks, Marcus May.
Now I'll tell
Marcus
you,
May would be my second choice after Jameis for this.
For
I
what
agree
he's
with that.
getting paid, it's a pretty stinky situation.
here's a guy who. Hey, stinky.
Well, Andrews Pete raises his hand.
You were worried about me
He
coming
does.
in with the dad jokes. Nick just came
brought
in,
it home
came
for
in
you.
hot.
No, he had a good point though. Andrews Pete raises his hand on this though.
Yeah, I think Pete for sure. There are Pete
He's
like
very
stands.
very polarizing. I think his general is negative, right?
Oh, absolutely.
From the Saints fan,
And that's my
perspective.
thoughts on blue cheese. So
I think when he's healthy, he's a little better than he's given credit for, especially in the run game. We've talked about that. Pass game, he's a
Yeah.
mess. I think we all know that.
Pete's one of those guys that like the national media doesn't know enough about to know how bad he sucks when he sucks. Because like they see his measure. It's kind of like Davenport. Like
But
when
also,
he was a free agent,
he
everyone's
sucks,
like,
it's epic. So
yeah,
like,
no, he's
so
right.
bad.
It's epic when he
that's
sucks.
why the
So
fans
bad.
jump on it. But he doesn't get called for a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
He doesn't make a shit ton of mistakes. He's
But when
kind of
Breeze got hurt, who was the fucking guy in the
yeah,
picture?
exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
When he
God.
makes a mistake, it's like the worst mistake, and that's why. And his injuries is why we kill him, which is warranted. I'm
Okay,
not,
so-
there's one guy for me who could be blue cheese, but I think the fact for at least for our fan base, the fact that he went to LSU keeps him above blue cheese love-hate level. And that's Tyrann Mathieu.
Oh no.
Because I think
There's no love hate with
if-
him. None.
there were times last year
There
where
is
like
no one in this city who doesn't like Tyrann
because
Mathieu.
he's a son of the city. I'm saying
But
if
where are you getting the love hate part?
no, I mean this is a hypothetical basically. Like if he wasn't a New Orleans dude, if some dude came in from if we signed a free agent from like KC that
Are you
wasn't
saying
from
he
here,
hasn't been good? Is that what you're trying to say?
he was very up and down. I think
He was
his
fine. He
performance
missed training.
last
He missed
year-
a
He
big
was down,
por-
then up. Yes,
He missed a big portion of training camp.
If
He was fine.
was like you mentioned last episode, like Abram, who we brought in, who had potential, and like we put him in, and he had a couple games with that dude was in the right spot, interception, and he had another game where it's like, how did you miss that tackle? How were you out of position on that play? Why did that guy beat you? Like, if it was just some dude from somewhere else, from some other college, it would absolutely be a love-hate blue cheese situation. But I
Yeah,
think,
but you're
and
doing
I'm not-
hypotheticals.
we had that. No, it's not hypotheticals because it was
I'm not-
Marcus May.
Well, yeah, maybe Marcus May. Maybe
He was
Marcus
on the
May.
field at the same
Maybe
time.
you're right. Maybe you're right. But I think like but I'm okay with it. I give him a pass for the same reason. I'm a homer.
Man, there was.
like,
Look, I'm sorry. I disagree.
He
completely.
played excellent
There
the
was
last 6 or 8
love hate
games, so-
with the Honey Badger. He is universally loved in the city.
in the city. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm good as
Honestly, nationally, nobody said he played bad last year. He missed all training camp.
I was very critical of him the first 6 or 7 games.
Yeah,
He
I
was
was gonna
fine
say-
in the
no,
back
like-
10.
And
I'm
then
just saying, like, if that-
he did settle in,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think he's one of the main reasons we became the defense at the
Yeah.
end of the season that we were.
I think he has
Look,
5 interceptions.
Don't get me
this
wrong.
year.
I am a huge Honey Badger fan with this team. I love the fact that even though my football collegiate alliance is with Georgia.
So what cheese is he? What are we saying again?
He said blue, which I don't agree with.
He's in an alternate universe. He's almost like a what if cheese comparison.
But it's
what if?
No. We're dealing in absolutes. What's going what is?
Okay, well the
he's
what
not a what if.
No, in absolutes. No.
Why is he a blue cheese? Let's go that.
Honey Badger
Why
is
he
not a blue cheese in absolutes. I'm saying if Honey Badger did not go to LSU, was not from New Orleans, his performance on the field last year could make him a blue cheese.
No.
He is not a blue cheese.
Maybe the first 4 games.
Because of how much he's getting paid, you don't think he lived up to it? Is that I'm saying? Why is he a blue cheese?
Because his performance was so up and down last year.
No, it was down, then it was up.
Right.
It trended up the whole year.
Wait, I love that. Like I said, his performance is up and down last year. Max
No,
says,
there's
no,
a big-
it was down,
Well,
then it was up.
So you're calling
Counselor,
a blue
there's a big
cheese-
difference because when you say up, then down, then up, that denotes roller coaster. I said it was down and then it went up, meaning he was down for the first
I
couple of
think it
games
was
because he
straight
didn't
up.
have
Okay.
training camp. Then he was good. Total different thing.
He made
Pull
the
yourself
Pro
together.
Bowl, right?
Oh, no, I'm
Did he not?
together. It's just
he
it's
did
funny.
make the Pro Bowl, right?
It was. I just thought
Yeah,
it
the
was funny.
Pro Bowl's bullshit.
I
Love,
understand,
hate,
but
hate, love.
you didn't suck.
He did not suck. He was fine.
No, he never sucked.
He was fine.
It's up and down.
Corey's grasping at straws here.
No, I'm not. I'm just throwing it out there.
All right, time out. Give me your take on Taysom. What is he?
Okay,
On
so
the time out. On the grand charcuterie board scheme that we're talking about. Now that's the board. That's everything on the board. You've had plenty of them at Root, so you know what we're talking about.
I'm trying to think.
He can be anything on the board. Anything that comes out on the board, he could be. What you got?
Well,
for
obviously, he's
Taysom?
going to be like the most. He's going to be one of those, whether it's a meat or cheese, that everybody likes, like most versatile.
So what is it?
Could play every position. I'm trying to think.
What's on every charcuterie board? Let's go that route.
Let's see if you go with what I got.
I'm going different, I bet.
Might be. We might be on the same page. Let's see.
What's on every charcuterie board? Pepperonis.
Nick, what you got?
That's pizza.
Oh man, I should have owned a restaurant.
Nick, what you got?
The little pickles.
Blood
The
sausage.
little pickles.
But that's not on every board, bro.
not
It's
every
not.
board.
I'm not going with the same approach as y'all.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well, give us your reason. What you got? Blood sausage?
Because someone's bleeding when he hits a
So-
motherfucker.
That's good. That's good. That's fucking good. So
Nick's out for blood.
Morcia is
He's
what
a
you want
fucking
with.
mean motherfucker.
That's good. I like it.
Morcia is good.
No, that's the blood sausage. I went with the fucking spreader. The little fucking metal knife spreader.
Oh, you're not
deal.
even. See, that's cheating.
Wait,
Well, it's not cheating,
wait,
though. It's on every board.
Hold
That's-
on. You're dogging on me for hypotheticaling Matthew, and you're going with a piece of silverware?
He
You're
went
not
utensil,
listening.
baby.
If you rewind and you will listen to this pod, and you'll hear me look at you and say, "Hey, it can be anything on the board that comes out."
I don't know.
What comes out on every charcuterie board? The fucking metal spreader.
I'll let you go with it.
Taysom touches every part of the offense and the special teams.
Okay.
The spreader touches every part of the board, whether you're doing with a rillette, a pate, the fucking jams. He touches everything. That's why I went with that.
Okay.
You're going to love my comp for Traquan.
I was
Wow,
not.
you went straight. You
well,
going all
then
the way to Traquan.
I'm gonna
Holy
go.
shit.
Well, Caden Ellis is the board. Then he's the piece of wood that holds it all together.
He's the rock of this whole situation.
I mean, is someone the light fixtures that lets you see the charcuterie board? I mean, like, where does it stop?
Obviously, we started with the board.
Okay,
Anything
it's on the board. All right. Okay.
Demario's the board.
I'll say that was a
Or
good
Cam.
curve. Look, I'll give you credit.
Mario's the Iberico.
I'm coming back down. I'm giving you
Bro,
credit.
the Iberico. He's
That
the best.
was,
He's the cream of the crop. He's the best.
I thought Lattimore was the beer cat.
Cam, DeMario. Those are the three.
I'll give you this,
These
Max.
three.
That was a good curveball. I did not see that one coming. The utensil, because I was thinking about just the meat and the cheese. So that was a good curveball.
I try to get your attention and say, hey, anything on the board.
I was just so offended that you like.
Well, you were still
I thought you
thinking.
meant any.
Kamara's blood sausage.
I thought you meant any food on. I thought we meant any food on the board, not the thing that spreads the food. But now that you mention it,
But think
then-
about the other components of a charcuterie board. You got the marmalades or the jams. You got the.
So who's the marmalade? Gillikin?
I went with Traquan, and I'm
Oh
going to tell
God!
you why.
There's nothing good about him.
Listen to me. I'm going to tell you why. At
Okay.
any point, you don't need the fucking marmalades or the jams. You don't need them. Like, I'm not putting it on the Iberico. I'm not putting it on the Hogshead cheese. I'm not putting it on
I kind
any
of
of
feel
it.
like Garrett Hartley's the
Or depends.
is
But-
the marmalade forever.
Well, no, time out. Because
Depends on the palate.
Think about it though, because what is Traquan good for? He's a good blocking wide receiver, right?
I guess he
So
belongs.
he is.
Is he?
He is by.
Ish.
He's occasionally useful, in the grand scheme of the offense. So he's like the fucking jam, the marmalade. So, you occasionally put it on one of the cuts of meat or the cheese or whatever that you don't like as much, and it, spruces it up real quick. Traquan occasionally makes a good block on a running play or a passing play or whatever and springs somebody for a long run. Occasionally useful, always replaceable.
But if the chef that night or the manager says, hey, we're leaving the marmalade off the board tonight.
They will never do that.
You're not upset.
They will never do that.
So do you not think he should be
They
cut?
will never do that.
What if
they will always be on the board, but it's always replaceable with a different flavor.
So
Whether it's like a blueberry compote or something like that, it's always replaceable.
Are you saying that
I'm saying
Traquan
is always replaceable.
is a type of marmalade?
I'm saying Traquan is always replaceable.
Okay.
But at the same point, he brings minimal value, but it's there occasionally.
So let's just say, I'm trying to keep it all in the parameters, and
Max is
wow,
just hating on
we're
fruit.
25 minutes into charcuterie now, but let's just say I'm the
That's
customer.
great. That's
Let's
great.
just say I'm
We're
the
having a good
customer.
time.
I want to be the customer here. Y'all, the restaurant guys, I'm the customer. And as it always is the case, I'm a particularly VIP customer. You bring out my charcuterie board, and it has all the components. Everybody we've mentioned, and I see Traquan Smith marmalade, and then I say, I can't stand that shit.
Then we get rid of it.
I can't believe you
We
have
don't need him. We can cut him.
Traquan Smith, but I still want marmalade. What
Oh,
other
so you're
marmalade?
saying who is the backup?
Shahid.
What marmalade is replacing the Traquan Smith marmalade? You had the nerve to serve me.
Honestly, Shahid's probably a good choice. He brings the special teams value and the occasional big play.
Is he marmalade?
It's a better marmalade than Traquan is.
Is he not like one of the starring meats or cheeses that's not
No.
front line?
No, he's more of a smaller. Actually, he's like a pickled vegetable of some sort.
Okay, so
Nick, give me your favorite pickled
He's the
vegetable.
low food cost item on the charcuterie.
Well, no,
But
he's
wait,
right.
we're
Because
hedging our
he's
according
an
to Mike Thomas, he's part of the big three.
No, he's an undrafted free agent, so he's a low-cost item on the board, but it's something that's going to
High
taste
margin.
really good.
High
So is
margin.
he?
High margin, that's right.
So Nick,
That's
is he like a
exactly
bread and butter pickle, or is he a? Give me something.
Because if he is, then I still
He's
need
the
the marmalade.
mustard.
Oh, fuck. There we go.
okay.
Okay, so there's a mustard.
Okay.
In a lot of cases, or in our case,
Because you end up putting that mustard on every fucking bite you eat. I
Well,
don't know
if you
why.
don't like stuff by it, because some of the
It's
charcuterie
good on
boards y'all have
everything.
had, there was some stuff on there.
So Nick,
that
he's a blueberry mustard.
But there's some stuff I like by itself. There's other things that I was like, I need to.
He's
put a-
definitely
But
a
that's his point,
complimentary
though.
piece.
You don't put him on everything.
But I wouldn't put
He
mustard on
goes
every bite. Yeah, but
That's right.
But I would put them on some. Yeah.
So Nick, I was struggling with this. So my favorite charcuterie board item that we had, guanciale.
You have to explain what
Pork
the
jowls.
fuck that is.
Pork jowls, very okay. So
Shaved
very,
super
very,
thin. Yeah,
very
shaved.
salty,
Super fatty.
very fatty, very salty.
Cured, aged, all that shit.
Yeah, very fatty, very salty, just amazingly flavorful.
Norman Hand.
Bro, come on.
Can I get that at the Rouse's, Max?
No.
How fat is fat? That's what we're trying to figure out here.
So Nick, who would be your comp for guanciale? We were
have a-
struggling with this one.
Norman Hand did have a great sack dance.
Well, see, for you, if it's your favorite, you're going to have a different...
player comp
Your favorite player.
for the thing in general. That's your favorite?
No. Oh no, charcuterie, yeah. That Indian do you?
Well, it's got to be your favorite player then.
Don't overthink it. Just go with what you're feeling.
I feel like it's got to be a defensive lineman.
Current. You got it. You can do it next.
This is tough.
It is tough.
It's like when the waiter forgets what meat's on the board.
Our guys didn't do that.
I don't know. I'd probably make it Ramchek out, actually.
See, to me, Ramchek's like an old, steady.
He's a
American
fucking monster,
cheese.
dude. And he's a giant dude.
So what's the
Most
cheese?
mass-produced
What is the
cheese on
cheese that would have
Earth.
been?
Oh, we're going cheese now?
Well, actually, no. You said Ramchek, so I'm thinking like, what
Well,
is the
technically-
cheese?
Well, Corey was doing cheese. We were doing like.
What if I
meat.
requested that my charcuterie board comes with a steak knife? Would that be in play?
That would be white trash as fuck. Why would you do that?
I'm
So it
wearing
might
a
fit-
tank.
it
I'm
might
wearing a
fit for
tank top
Ramchek.
for this recording. I'm wearing a tank top and a trucker hat for once.
All right,
When
I got a
when I
backwards
heard
hat on and a
Ramjack-
tank top. Can I get a steak knife with the charcuterie platter?
It is always hot as shit in this.
When
anyway.
I heard Ramjack, my immediate thought was cheese. I went back to Wisconsin.
Just because of Wisconsin,
Yeah.
but like
I
if
mean,
you
that's
had to
his-
put
that's
him
his
on a
background.
meat,
Old
what
study.
would you do?
Are you still trying to answer the question?
I answered it.
He
I said it was
answered it.
Ramjack.
We're-
He just disagrees.
Oh, okay. I thought you were. Thought that was like throwing it out there. Okay.
What am I missing though? I feel like we're
Big,
missing.
thick guy that's elite.
Oh, how about porchetta? Who's that? You remember that one?
Yeah,
Demario.
that one wasn't my
Demario.
favorite. Honestly,
It's got to be Demario.
it wasn't my favorite.
What's Demario?
Porchetta.
He already made it my beer co.
Porchetta's at a.
Oh, that's right. He was in the Iberica group.
Porchetta might be that.
You're going porchetta for what else?
Face bacon. The best shit ever.
Merguez. Who's Merguez?
Oh, okay.
what is-
no,
what is- wait, hold on.
Merguez is kind of polarizing.
Hold on. What is that? I don't know what the hell that is. Y'all have to
Mexican
explain.
pork sausage, correct?
That's lamb.
Oh, lamb sausage.
You sound
Sorry,
like
that's
everybody
correct.
knows what the hell it is. I'm like.
Is
okay,
it
it's lamb.
100% lamb?
We're
Like-
here to educate. It's lamb.
100%?
Like our
Yeah,
listeners
yeah.
want to know what. Okay, it's lamb, but how? Like what?
It's lamb sausage, basically.
Lamb sausage. Okay. All right. So mixed with spices, peppers, or just a good mixture of the lamb.
Fuck, that one's tough.
Is it really good?
It is.
It's
good,
very
yeah.
good.
Very good.
Would you?
Morcilla's the polarizing one. He brought
Yeah,
it up earlier.
that's
That
polarizing.
one's blood sausage.
Some people love it. Some people hate it.
Yeah, it's not. It's
had
up there
it-
with blue cheese.
Texture sometimes a problem.
I went to Argentina once. Had it there. It was good.
It's really good.
It's great. It's great at the source.
I watched them kill that fucking cow.
We brought it home from the farm.
Well, I'm trying to think. Did we miss any low-hanging fruit with
De la Estancia.
meats and cheeses? Did we miss anything?
I mean,
Hold
we,
back
did,
your craft thoughts, Corey. But
we
did
didn't go
miss
through a
anything
lot of
big?
cheese.
I was going to go with the sliced apples. Did you go with the
It was
sliced
like that
apples?
Mexican blend.
Did you put the sliced apples on the board there, Max?
Yeah.
We didn't get any cheese at all, really.
I mean, cheese is tough. What you got, man? Bring it up.
I don't know.
What about
Corey brought up Swiss and Kraft.
No, Kraft isn't it? That's a brand.
Kraft.
Oh,
It's a very
good.
steady
I'm glad you
brand.
knew that.
It's
All right,
part of
good.
the American grocery lexicon, Max.
Yep.
I think I said mild cheddar,
You did.
American,
You said
pepper jack.
You went through the whole Subway menu with yours.
I love a Subway,
He
man.
went through the cheeses
Don't-
that come in a bag at the grocery store.
Do not at me on Subway. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to Rouse's and not putting together charcuterie at my restaurant.
How many American cheeses have you had on a charcuterie board?
There's only one
Honest
American
question.
cheese. It's Ryan Ramjet. But, you know, someone serving American cheese on a charcuterie board, I'd eat the shit out
You
of
got ripped off if you did get American cheese on.
I'd pay for it. I'd eat it.
$8
you got ripped
portion.
off.
I mean, I haven't had that experience, thankfully, but I would eat it. If I was at Root and you're like, and that one's American, you'd be like, just plain old American? Yeah.
God, you're thinking small.
We didn't pick a brie. That's on almost every board. Some sort of soft cheese.
Okay, comp a brie. Who's a brie?
Who's
smoked
soft?
Gouda would have been a
Who's
good one.
Breeze? Who's soft?
Who's
Don't give me the would have been. Give me the comps. What you got?
Who's the
soft?
Who's soft?
That's Andrus Pete.
That's good. That's
good
good. That's real good. He's soft as fuck.
Oh man, that's good.
That's really good. Okay, so a hard cheese. Give me a hard cheese and who comps to it.
P. Warner.
Oh, we haven't brought up his boy.
Like
his love
Manchego?
child.
P. Warner. Can't shake him.
Dependable.
Yeah.
Chago's on a lot of boards. Overrated in my opinion, but
Well, I saw a thing on
kind of a staple.
the process
Agreed.
of making and validating Parmesan cheese. How it's like
We didn't
true
even talk about that.
Parmigiano Reggiano, like the true shit that
That's the
gets
shit.
branded and is like
I love it.
you know
Not so
world-
much on a charcuterie
like
board, but as an item,
world-renowned-
I think
right.
it's
It's
Yeah,
like
on Italian food, it's fine.
Like,
I don't want it on the show.
I never realized the amount of it that was produced each year until I saw this special. I think it was like either Business Insider or something on whatever. Doesn't matter. But like the amount of it that's produced, the fact that it can only come from this like tiny geographical region,
Is
it's like so
impossible.
specialized. I mean,
Well, it's just like wine. It's like they only produce so many cases of Lafite Rothschild, yet five
like,
times that many are sold every
everyone's
year.
like, oh, Italian Reds, I love a good Chianti. And I'm like, yeah, but have you had a Chianti Classico? Because that only comes from a small. Yeah, I had a classic Chianti once. It was good. But like this, I had no idea. Like the true Parmesan Reggiano.
just like olive oil, wine. It's the whole thing.
there's like a billion.
It's basic as fuck.
It's basic, but it's a billions
So
of dollars.
who's our most basic player?
You think Parmesan Reggiano, like true from Parma, Parmesan
Like
cheese,
the
is like
true
That's
shit.
not what he's talking about.
No, I am.
the
No,
shit.
that's what. No, I saw that. That's the.
He's talking about what he had at Olive Garden last week.
No. I'm talking. I saw a special on like the real shit. How there's imitation Parmesan.
Have you
Reggiano.
had it?
Honestly, after watching this special, I thought I had, but now I don't know
Okay.
because I didn't see the authentication.
It costs a fortune. The real
yeah.
shit.
Because I was like, wait, shit. Maybe what I thought was the real thing was not the real thing. Because once I saw the process, how it actually gets authenticated and inspected and all that shit and aged,
Tap on it,
like
do the whole thing.
like I was like, shit. Maybe I've never
It's
even
not ready. They're like,
Maybe I've never really actually had it. I mean, shit. I thought every time I busted out some stuff on my pizza at Tower
What?
Pizza in Metairie was
What are
like
you talking about?
the real stuff.
Nick,
you know?
remember the
Corey's busting out stuff all over the place.
Yeah, the Parmesan at the.
remember the truffle cheese?
Yeah, that's like a cheat code.
It was hitting, dude. Fucking hitting.
It's like
Luna.
you know my feelings on truffles though. Like if you put it on
It's the same as
anything,
Alex, bro. Y'all had the same thought on it.
Okay.
I like it.
Well,
it's good.
It's fucking good.
Oh, wait. Y'all were getting into shit without comparing it to a player. So we all
Well, we
going
were
out of
going
bounds.
to, I think.
And the 35-minute charcuterie board listeners, I'm just trying to keep them entertained. Common man here. Bringing
who's
it
a
in.
truffle cheese?
Bringing it
Okay,
in.
who's a truffle cheese? Truffle cheese to me is cheating. For me, it's like the cheat code of culinary.
Greg Williams, Attack the Head.
No.
Not that kind of cheating. Like,
It wasn't cheating. I'm just saying it's what
Hold
he
on. I
said.
want to hear what you got.
what's a player that kind of personifies that? That, like, no matter what he does, it's going to work. Because that's what truffles are. You put it on pasta, it's fucking delicious. You put it on a meat dish, it's delicious. You put it in a cheese, it's
Well,
delicious.
Maybe.
What
Oh,
if-
Lattimore?
What if we went with Peak of Powers player? Kind of like we did with the all-time Saints roster. Like
No.
what,
No. We're trying to go current.
But what player on the current roster at his peak of powers fits what he's saying? I know who I would go with.
Kamara's one. Cam.
Yeah, because, like, it's got to be somebody who can do everything.
Everything. Kamara.
Yeah,
Like Kamara.
Sure.
Makes everything better.
It's Kamara.
It's probably
Or
Kamara.
Mine
because-
was Mike Thomas. Peak of powers, Mike Thomas.
Yeah, he can block.
That's
he can,
another one. That's a good
Yeah.
one. I would say Kamara over him, but it's close.
Yeah.
Like truffle cheese makes it easy, right?
it's
Like, I'm
fucking
gonna serve you
easy.
something
It's
delicious
a
just
slam
by
dunk.
Shit,
adding
we
it.
said it last episode. Like we had Michael Thomas win a Super Bowl. Makes it easy.
That's right.
He's right, though. I mean, truffle cheese is a cheat code. It's fucking delicious.
So,
Drew Brees, Michael Thomas would have been a cheat code. Like if they were both at their
Oh,
height the whole
Brees.
fucking
how
time.
about Kamara with a quarterback?
Well, it's just like when Tom Brady had Randy Moss. Like that, mostly that. But like when Tom Brady had Randy Moss, the record-breaking season, that was like a fucking G code.
Is there any cheese or charcuterie item we left out? We hit a lot.
We did a lot of charcuterie.
I mean, we're 37 minutes in. So we
Cheese,
hit a lot.
I still feel like we're missing something.
I do too.
Do you talk about the bacon? Is
Okay.
there bacon on there?
That's face bacon.
Face bacon.
That shit was just
Oh.
shit, bro.
I don't have no bacon on my face.
What's the
What do we say?
what's the
Porchetta?
all
I mean, we
lard?
can dive into the sausages. That's a lot.
What's the all lard?
Jesus, are we gonna make this an hour
I'm
episode?
drawing a blank on the name of it.
The all lard.
Just the white
We thought-
sheet of fat.
We thought this
That's
was
the
just gonna,
fucking guanciale, bro.
But that had a ribbon
the
of,
jowls.
of
It's a pork jowls.
But didn't it have a ribbon of meat
had a-
on it?
it had a ribbon,
What's
yeah.
the one that's just the white?
oh, it's
know-
lardo.
Lardo.
Lardo,
Yes,
yeah.
that's what I was trying to think of.
hold on. Common
okay.
man question here is nothing but fat.
It's
Oh,
nothing
it's
but
straight fat.
It's
No,
straight
he's
up fat.
right. That's straight fat. So
But I mean but that's good.
yeah, it's great.
Pretty
so
good.
So
so from that perspective, for a Saints player, so if it's all fat, so we're looking for like an all rich performer, someone who's fucking just like, dude, I'm struggling.
Decadence. You're looking for decadence.
Decadent. That's Cam Jordan, man. Right?
but he's your
Bringing everything.
Lardo has swag, so
That's
that kind
got
of
swag.
fits.
Cam Jordan.
but here's your Iberico.
If you got the balls to just serve a slab of fat,
Is he
Okay,
Iber-
so let me go back.
is he
Let me-
Iberico wrapped in
Time out. Let me circle back. So I'm going to pull Cam Jordan from the Iberico ham part because we're going to go ahead and restrict that to Marshawn.
There's been a trade.
Because when
think we should.
Marshawn is at his peak,
he's
he
the
is
best
he is
player.
the top of the food chain on the Saints roster.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
So we'll say he is the Iberico ham. We'll go ahead and say Cam Jordan is the Lardo.
Who was
Delicious
age
as
prosciutto?
fuck.
Who was age prosciutto?
Prosciutto was Michael Thomas for me because it's on every board and you kind of forget about it. Then when you eat it, you go, "Oh my god, it's fucking amazing!" And it's kind of like when you don't see Michael
And it
Thomas
falls
again for
apart.
2 years.
And it falls apart. That's right. We
That
talked
reminds
about
me.
right, it falls apart, and it's you forget how great it is.
The Achilles is the fat part. That's what.
So
That's right.
I think
That's right.
I think to Nick's point, Cam Jordan is the Lardo.
Okay.
It's flavorful. It packs a punch. It's everything.
Is it there for a long time? Does it take a while to make? Because like he's the longest tenured saint, right?
Well, then under that argument, he should be something that's aged the longest.
That's why I said long aged prosciutto or hem on, one of those. But both are good comps.
There's a player that doesn't have a comp yet.
Who?
Olave.
Yeah, I thought about him.
You know what?
I thought about him for truffle cheese.
Like I need a comp for that guy.
I struggled with him. I need something that's steady, something that's on every board, and it's literally on every board all the time. It's never not there, and it's going to be dependable. It's because I feel that's the player he's going to be.
I feel like he would be something that's like obviously solid, but like super, like you don't forget it. Like
it's got to be
as a guy like me,
tasting cheese.
A guy like me who's never worked in a restaurant. No, not that.
Maybe you're putting that ball of mozzarella back on the table here?
The ball, the bag of mozzarella with
it's
liquid
solid,
in it.
but it's pretty mild tasting.
That is Andrews Pete is the bag of bullshit in a bag. That's nothing by itself.
What do we make Pete?
No.
Nothing by itself.
The offensive line is Swiss cheese.
Yeah,
but that's
because there's holes in the game.
No, Pete was soft cheese. We already decided he was. He's
brie. Also brie.
He's brie.
Pete
is he's soft as
Bufala is also soft as shit. You can squash that with your fucking heel. But no.
Hold on. Who is Olave? Give me.
It's got to be flavorful, like something that like you don't forget. That's like flavor forward, as opposed to like that mild.
No, I like that description.
You know,
I'm struggling to comp it to.
You're the restaurant guy. You tell me what that is.
Fuck, man.
It could be meat or cheese, or it could be utensil, according to you, with the Taysom Hill bullshit.
No, that was good, and you're jealous you didn't think of it.
Okay,
Nick,
maybe so. It's curveball. I'm still getting over it.
Come on, bro. You got something on this.
We're 41 minutes into the cheese episode, guys. Come on.
Oh, it's great. It's fucking great. This is why we had to separate the two episodes. We couldn't go for 2 hours.
I'm going
making
weak
sure.
cheese. I'm going weak cheese for year one for a lot.
The who cheese?
He's soft.
What cheese?
Weak in flavor profile.
Oh, I thought that was like a type that I didn't know about.
Ooh.
Weak. I don't know if it's like a French name, like weak.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Cheese Whiz. Because it's fucking delicious.
Cheese Whiz?
No, come on. It's
That's
fucking
cheap as
delicious.
shit.
What is it? It's kind of flimsy.
Talking about
And
me
it's
with
gonna be in the
craft.
lave.
Wait,
That's
hold on.
not on our charcuterie board, I don't think.
I gotta pause for a second. You were dogging on me for saying like craft shit, and you just compared
Craft is shit. Yes.
Our potential, if Mike Thomas isn't Mike, our potential best wide receiver to Cheese Whiz.
Yeah,
You just did that.
I did.
You gotta explain yourself.
I mean, if you can interpret any of the cheese terms we've thrown out,
You threw out all this fancy restaurant cheese. It's like shit from Italy. This shit from France.
I think it's gotta be something that's delicious, but
you didn't say
mild.
andouille sausage from Lafayette. You said
he's Manchego.
You said
dude.
andouille.
He's Manchego.
He's Manchego.
I think we found
Like, you need to
Manchego.
give like
Corey, quiet.
He's on every
Manchego.
dish. Everyone wants him on the dish.
Max got me hype on that.
It's
shit.
not the most flavorful
No, it's
cheese.
Manchego.
It's kind of just
Yeah.
there, but it's on every board. Everyone wants it there.
That's great. No, it's yeah.
Is it promising?
It's safe.
That's it right there. It's safe. It is a safe choice.
That's what
It's
he is.
fucking good. Everyone likes it. It's not going to raise, eyebrows any which way. It's not going to set off any alarms.
It's promising.
fine.
Right. It'll never disappoint you.
Exactly.
But it doesn't blow you away.
Honestly, that's the best analogy we've had.
The only other question: did it have a sore Achilles at minicamp?
No, but Mike Thomas did probably.
Oh man. Okay. Well.
Fuck, this one's fun.
Shit. I didn't even say Colby Jack.
You didn't say what?
Colby
Jack.
Jack.
Okay,
God,
who?
Colby
Who?
Jack.
Another bag cheese.
Oh man.
You're naming shitty.
Do y'all not do Taco Tuesdays at home? God.
You are naming shitty Robert's fucking cheeses.
He thought you said Subway cheeses, not charcuterie cheeses.
What's your cheese?
What can I get at Subway?
All right, Colby Jack, who you got? Give it to us.
Willows.
Okay, why?
Just cause Colby Jack's there. Just cause it's good. It's very good. Well, that's very good, but it's just
I think it's not good. And
They're just
it's
That's
not
not good. That's not good. That's
So it works.
I mean, like, yeah, it's kind of yeah.
There's got to be a reason behind it. Something that like ties it together.
No one cares about it.
Special
It
teams
gets the
competition.
job.
Fuck it.
Look, on good days, it gets the job done.
What do you put Colby Jack on? Out of curiosity.
Tacos, he said.
Like,
You put it on tacos?
Yeah, like tacos, sandwich, sliced Colby Jack.
Sure.
It was 2 for $4 at the Rouse's the other day, dude.
So it's on everything.
I got me a 10 slice pack.
I got
of
6
Jack.
bags of cheese.
Literally, I just actually bought it before we even thought about getting cheese. I was like making a grocery
Lizzie, we're
run.
putting Colby Jack on the ribeye.
Oh God, I wouldn't do that. Why the fuck would you put cheese on a ribeye?
Because it's
have
almost
to
going
follow?
bad.
You've grilled with me before. Come on, you know I wouldn't do that.
Have I? I've only seen you do shit on the Weber, man. I don't know.
That's grilling.
Okay, you're one.
Did I put
20.
cheese on the ribs I cooked you for the 4th of July a few years ago? And was
You
that
cook ribs?
were the spare ribs trimmings not the best thing you said you ever had from a rib?
Oh, the trimmings were
yeah,
good.
yeah. Thank you. Did I
don't
put
know
Colby
the
Jack
rest
on
of it.
those? Did I put any cheese on those?
You could have.
You didn't have
Shut
any.
the fuck up.
You were out of Kobe cheese that day?
No comment.
Just wait till next time, Max. You're going to get the Kobe cheese.
I mean, the 4th of July is in 2
I
weeks.
mean, shit.
the possibilities are endless.
Trying to think of who was on our training camp roster that year, but yeah. Okay. I think.
Well, give us one more.
All right. Okay. Who else? We didn't talk about punter yet.
Oh, all right.
And
Gillikin or Headley? So you're going Gillikin. What is he? What type of cheese?
you know what Gillikin is? He's the like, okay, hear me out. Like, follow me here. White American, but like you go to someone's house like for a Saints game, and they got like finger sandwiches and party platters, and then there's like cheese cubes on the party platter.
That's usually Kobe Jack.
There's
That's Gillikin.
He can't get it out of his head. He's got it at home four different ways.
I go for the Colby Jack. I don't bring that
We
shit
got
home.
the slices, the shredded, the cubes.
Hey,
we got all the Kobe
Just
Jack
saying,
cheese.
we've all seen cheese cubes. We've all seen it. Seen the cheese
Those
cubes.
are cheddar and Swiss, I believe. The cubes.
Sometimes there's white American. It's like punting
It's all the
on.
same.
It is a punt. It's not the best punt, but it is a punt on the party platter. When you bring cheese cubes,
It's throwing
To
a
a
shitty
game.
party. Is that what you're saying?
it's a punt.
Wow.
If you have cube cheese on your charcuterie plan, you just didn't give a shit.
You punted.
You bought it at Rouse's. Or
You went to
Brown's.
Rouse's.
You punted. You
punted.
could have gotten literally anything else.
You know what?
and it
No,
would have been better.
honestly, under that
But like
premise,
you punted.
Nick, under that premise, he's spot on, and I applaud him for this because you punted on it if you bought that shit.
Yeah.
That's good.
I didn't
You
think
were-
about that
Wait
before.
40 minutes to bring us up. Were you thinking about it the whole
I
time?
just came up with that. You're welcome.
Honestly, that was your best thought.
I feel like
47
Corey's like
minutes
the whole
into it.
time's like, I can't wait to get to this punter
No,
situation.
no, I just like maybe y'all should have asked me everything on the spur of the moment. Cheese cube punt. That's
All
it.
right. Well, on that note, we'll go ahead and wrap up this special bonus episode
Yeah,
of the
the-
28.3 podcast. And yeah, guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks.
Boom.
What a comeback!